Go live. Go live. I think we're live everywhere in that case. Things were so much better when we had our own producer. So much better. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of RATG TV Live with your host, Ryan. I put the Ryan and Ryan and that guy is this guy, the Well-and-Wignut.
What's up?
Not too much, buddy. How you doing?
Good.
Welcome to the rat hole.
Yeah.
Welcome back. We're alternating rat holes until we find a permanent rat hole. So,
Right.
yes, how was your week?
Good.
Yeah?
Hot.
Yes, right. What happened? It was like it almost snowed last week. One day it was like down to
Looks like we're down to the last week though. Looks like Tuesday it's gonna break, and then it's like high teens, low 20s. So that's gonna be like winter. Break
See,
the
it's
sweaters.
good working midnight shifts in the summertime. It's rough working midnight shifts when it's not the summertime, because when it's cold at night. So Long Johns, getting ready.
Donuts.
Long Johns.
Oh,
What thermal underwear? Gosh, I hate him sometimes. No. So anything exciting happened this week?
not really. Yeah, it was just it was a rough work week and home. And Bengals are 2-0, first overall in the league.
How's that running back doing for you? Yeah, I went there. I had to go there.
Everybody was wondering, was Buffalo really that bad, or was Baltimore that good? Turns out Buffalo was that bad.
Yeah, true enough. They are very, very shit. Hi, Angelica Flores. Hello, thank you for joining the show. Yeah, man. Vikings 1-0. Hopefully soon to be 2-0. We got Green Bay Packers this weekend. Don't know if Aaron Rodgers. He's gonna play. And everyone's like, I don't know if Aaron Rodgers is going to play. Aaron Rodgers is going to play. There's no way he doesn't come back and play against the team that put him out last year, and we're going to do it again. I'm just saying. Well, I hope so. Oh, and just in case Jay Hart's watching somewhere, fuck Ohio State. That's all I got to say about that. So yeah, that was about it. Anything else you do?
No, I saw Predator last night.
Right, so that's going to be your 5-second movie review today.
Yeah.
Predator, getting a lot of mixed reviews out there, so excited to see what you have to say about that. And kind of go from there. I didn't do anything too exciting either last week. A lot of work and more work. And I've watched a lot of movies. I watched Netflix. Watched the new Iron Fist. I blew through that season 2 in like 2 days. It was good. It was good. I think it was good. So, but we'll talk a little bit about that. And of course, we've got our This Week in Geek notes that we'll talk about. Steve will do his 5-second movie review. And then we've asked all of you out there, who would you put on your Mount Rushmore of acting? So your favorite actors and actresses of all time. Who do you consider to be the best actors? And it's a hard thing to do because everyone's just going to say their favorites. And a lot of times you don't really go with who you think is the best actor. But whatever, man. We want to hear from you, and we got lots of answers from you. So we'll get to those in the second half of the show. But why delay? Let's move to the first part of the show, which is another edition of This Week in Geek. Well, that's old school. It's like TOS there.
Right.
The originals.
I felt like we were in Massachusetts for a second there. Whoa, too soon.
Way too soon. And it was Massachusetts. No, it was the Carolinas.
No, the gas explosion.
Oh, no, I didn't even. Oh, geez, that's far too soon. I didn't even know about it. That's how soon it was.
Major gas explosion in a few neighborhoods.
Oh, wow. Well, we hope everybody's okay. And send all your hate mail to wellandwignut@gmail.com.
I probably won't get it for a few weeks, though.
Probably not. Oh, now we're doing over here. Oh, we got some people over here. Let's just see what's going on. Hello to everybody. It'll be good for the plants. Yes, it will be. How you doing there, Bradley Hulch? Go vote for Brad. We said it last week. We'll say it again. Brad's out there every week. Every time there's something going on, you can count on Brad being out there collecting donations for whether it be the Hope Center or SPCA, which is the Humane Society here. You can only think of American titles for stuff. But yeah, vote. If you're going to vote this year, vote for somebody that you know is doing stuff in your community. Don't just vote for people because you know them or because you like them. Vote for the people that, you know, actions have been speaking louder than their words. So, and that's us enough for our political talk for today. Promise. At least for now. But yeah, so as I was saying, we're gonna do our This Week in Geek.
Yeah.
A lot of news this week. You can get us all started there.
Yeah, we'll stick with sports for a few minutes here. Colin Kaepernick was named the spokesman for Nike last week. A lot of backlash over that. Videos of people burning their Nikes.
Can we
talk of banning or not supporting Nike anymore?
Right.
Nike sales are up 31%.
Right. Now,
that's because people are going out to buy them and burn them.
Burn them on purpose, right? You guys are really teaching them a lesson there. Can we just be serious about it, or just talk about this real quickly? Whether you're for like you believe in what he's saying or what he's not saying, who is he hurting? When he first went to
himself.
Do this. Yeah, he's hurt himself. And the money he made from Nike, he donated back out 100% of it. 100% of it. But this is a horrible guy. You're right. He asked, because he was just going to sit, I think it was originally going to sit out the national anthems. And he had asked a veteran what he should do and what was considered proper. And he said the proper way to show respect still to the flag is you can still kneel. So he was trying to still respect the flag, and everyone twists and turns us every which way, and everyone's ignoring what it's actually about. And that's the actual sad thing about it. And you guys are trying to make a villain out of a guy who did a quiet, peaceful protest. The thing that those vets fought for. They fought and died for so that guy could have the right to do a peaceful protest. And I get it. You don't want to see it during the football games. You know what? I don't want to see the anthems played during the football games, period. I don't even tune in until 5 minutes. Exactly. 10 minutes after. I want to see the game. That's what I'm there for. And that's not a slam on my nationality or anybody else's nation, I should say. But it's just the way it is, guys. You guys got to pick and choose your battles a little bit. And every time he takes a knee, God kills a puppy. Craig Elsich for the win. So send all your hate mail to Craig. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, that's just my take on it. And I speak for myself. I don't know. I'm not speaking for Steve.
No, that's pretty much how I feel about it. Like I said, it was a peaceful protest. It was,
did everything the right way.
Yeah.
And I don't like Kaepernick. I was an Alex Smith guy. I didn't understand why that guy got the job over Alex Smith when Alex Smith brought them so far, the 49ers so far that 1 year.
I have a lot of respect for someone who's willing to sacrifice themselves.
Everything.
So even if I don't believe in his cause, which I do.
Exactly. So which is a moot point, I guess, right? Yeah. So, but that's that. And sorry, see how quick we got back into it. But that wasn't political.
Sorry,
Yeah, sorry. Sorry.
Like I said, we're going to keep it sports. Burt Reynolds lost him last week.
Yeah.
Great tribute to Burt Reynolds last week at the Florida State game. Of course, Florida State Seminole.
Gators.
Florida State. Yeah, Florida State. Yeah. So that was a classy move by Florida State. They won the game. They got their asses handed to them today by Syracuse, but
no, the Cuse got to watch. I think that was one that hit everybody pretty hard though. And I shouldn't say the guys, but Burt Reynolds, man, he was the last of the man's man for acting and stuff. So, Ron, how's it going, buddy? Hello, boys. You guys again? Yep, us again. We're back. Just because you spoke of that, I just wanted to mention that my Michigan Wolverines are winning 28-14 right now.
Awesome.
we have to win, or I'm changing teams. I'm kidding. Mostly. All right, so
one last sports story. We're losing a good one. My boy, Henrik Zetterberg, calling it a career.
I saw that. Yeah.
Well, it's the body is. He's one of these guys that are smart enough to know when it's time to quit, and good on him, man. He's leaving us a couple years early, but to do it for health reasons, I got no problem with it. Class act, always been a class act.
Exactly.
And he's staying in Detroit.
Oh, really?
And he said, he said, it's been home for me for 15 years. It's been home for my wife for 11 years. And they have an American-born son. So he said, this is home.
Oh, well, nice. Well, good for him. And good story. And a great player. If it wasn't for Datsuk, he probably would have won the Lady Bing a lot more times.
He was a top prospect. Car accident, broke his leg, set him back a few years, kind of fell off the radar, spent a few years in the Swedish Elite League, and Detroit took a chance on him in the 7th round. And what a hell of a guy.
Nice. Stephen Hodges, thank you for watching us on YouTube right now. He says it's working beautifully. So glad to hear it. Glad to see we got you there. Make sure you give us a like and a share then, Stephen. Share it to our friends on Facebook because I never remember what our handle is for YouTube. Meh. Oh, look at all these guys. You guys need an epic soundboard. Well, we do.
Did you hear it?
We do need some producing help. Let's see. The new Predator looked like it was going to be really, really terrible. Wait till you get to his review. It's his decision. That doesn't hurt anyone. I don't see the problem with it, Sean Rose says. And what about Mayweather and Pacquiao having another fight this year? Really?
10 years too late.
Is it because boxing is hurting so badly lately that they're doing this? Because we got Triple G tonight and Canelo again for the 3rd time. And yeah, it's great, but that's the only way they're making money anymore is by having these big super fights that nobody really wants to see anymore. Because
I was a big supporter of when we had the last Mayweather and McGregor fight. Foreman came out and said that he would like to fight Steven Seagal, and we could call it the Geezers at Caesars. I mean,
I want to see it. I want to see it.
I want to see that.
Somebody give me.
People love
let it happen. Make it happen. Or as they say in the wrestling biz, book it. So, did you hear all the hoopla this year? We're going crazy because comicbookresources.com, or is it comicbook.com? I'm sorry. Who are probably the biggest Facebook site. Like they started on Facebook, and they're the biggest Facebook geek site that's basically out there since Facebook's been around. They don't have a good record for being right, though. They jump the gun a lot of times on stuff. And I don't know if this is the case or not, but they reported that Henry Cavill is now done with Superman. Whether he's walked away from the part, well, they first reported he walked away from the part. Now we don't know if it was DC or not. Haven't heard anything from anybody, Warner Brothers, or anything like that, except for Henry Cavill with a really cryptic video he posted on his Instagram. I shared a picture, a still frame of it onto our page. And it's him lifting up a Superman toy and saying something about it being fun. Or this week's been exciting. Or this day has been exciting, excuse me. The weird thing, there was a sticker on the toy box of the Black Panther. But it was Superman. It was Superman in there. I have no idea what's going on there. But pretty crazy news. And of course, the internet ran with that and went absolutely crazy. Our buddy Boss Logic started drawing pictures and stuff like he always does. And the rumors started going out there. And one of the first rumors out there was that Michael B. Jordan is being considered to be the next Superman. Now, my assumption, this is just me assuming, but my assumption is they wouldn't have him playing Clark Kent. There's multiple universes, multiple Superman throughout them. On Earth 2, in the New 52 universe, Superman's actually a black dude. He's Val Zod.
It'll be in the universe where his father died fighting a Russian supervillain. Right.
Of Trumpian proportions. Sorry, I can't help myself. Yeah, so Val Zod took the place of Kal-El on our Earth, or on Earth 2, I should say. And so there is that possibility there, but this is all just rumors. I haven't heard anything from Michael B. Jordan yet because he was supposed to call me. So, right. But we haven't heard anything back from him. I'm okay with it if they do it that way. If they do like some kind of Flashpoint thing where they, Flash goes back to save his mom and it screws up the whole timeline, and somehow Kal-El doesn't make it to Earth, but Val Zod does. I'm perfectly okay with that. If Michael B. Jordan is playing Clark Kent or Kal-El, I got a huge problem with that. Huge problem with that. And it's not that I don't want to see a black guy play a white guy. Well, that kind of is it. I don't have a problem. Like, I don't like cultural appropriation on either side. I don't think it's fair. It should be You can't have one way or the other. You can't say, let's change all these white characters into black characters and then get mad when they change black characters into white characters or vice versa or anything like that. I say just keep it, whatever the source material is, keep it that way. Now, yes, there's been movies that I've watched where they've changed it and I've liked it, but those were because I didn't know the source material ahead of time. So like watching the movie The Losers, I didn't know Idris Elba's part was a white dude in the comic books. But it didn't bother me because I didn't know that. But then I watched Spawn, and I read the Spawn comic books, and I knew that Al Simmons' best friend was a black dude in them, but they had D.B. Sweeney play it. To me, that was a problem. And I want you to stick to whatever the source material is. Honor the creators of the comic books, and even not comic books. You got novels and stuff, too.
And then there's no controversy.
Exactly. No
Either
controversy at all.
Exactly. Either way, you either liked it or you didn't, but at least it was what it was.
Exactly. And then if you like, there's so many different heroes made every single day to help, give a voice to the people that don't have a voice in these different mediums. So, there's Kamala Khan, the new Ms. Marvel, which is a young Muslim. You've got a ton of black superheroes out there that have been around forever. Blade, Storm, you can go down the list. Black Lightning. There's a plethora, if I could use the word, of a lot of different ethnicities out there. So I don't see why you can't just build off those characters. You don't have to take an already established character that's already really popular and known, really well known, and then just change the dynamic of it on everyone. Because like Steve said, you do that and you're going to create controversy, and there's no need for it at all. So that's what I gotta say. Ryan, do you mean people post things online that aren't correct? I do indeed, Deanna. Bill Skarsgård would be. Deanna, you are going to get blocked off this page. You say one more thing about Bill Skarsgård. Oh, actually, Bill Skarsgård's all right. You're talking about the other Skarsgård? You're out. Mostly kidding. And we'll check on new folks on YouTube as well. Hey, welcome back, YouTube. Still Steve. Ron Jeremy. Well, whoa. There we go. Whoa. Yes. Hey, Bradley Alch, if you want to find us a bar to go to that'll feed us chicken wings every week and give us beer, we're down. We'll
I got something great to put on those chicken wings.
What would that be? Please tell me you're talking about our hot sauce.
Right.
Okay. Wow. Almost got kicked off the internet there. It was like the EU was coming after us like we had memes. Oh, too soon? Too soon on the EU? Nah. Congrats on the Cincy win this week, Steve. And Craig says Croatia.
Sure.
Yeah. We're really, I guess. And yes, okay. So, and Kevin Harper, hello, how are you? Do you think Damon Wayans' Blank Man was a good superhero? Was it Blank Man? It was a better hero than Handyman.
Whoa, I don't know. I kind of liked Handyman.
I know, but nowadays I'm just saying you can. Oh, here's a story I'd like to bring up. I'd like to talk about it if you don't mind it. I don't know if you got a story or not. So I read a story on Facebook and I didn't share it because sometimes I go to post stuff and then I'm like, I'm not going to share that because I just know it's going to start a shitstorm.
And sometimes you share stuff because you're like, oh, this is totally good.
Right. This was a story. I think it was BuzzFeed or something like that. So, people say whatever they will about the legitimacy. But they say that young millennials are watching the movie American Pie for the first time and are horribly, horribly offended. And
pie sales are up 31%.
Right. My thing is, though, if you're offended by that, if you're offended by American Pie, what's going to happen if you watch Blazing Saddles?
We're all in the family.
All of the married with children. Like, oh my Lord. There's so much.
How dare you say that to my face? Well, I'd say it behind your back. The car's only got half a tank of gas.
Love Al. Yeah. So that was the thing. We just need to, and I don't believe this is all millennials. I think this is the tail end, like the ones that are just in college right now.
People who have always had this voice have a voice now.
Right.
So we're just hearing it more. Mm-hmm. It's always been the way.
Right. Exactly. It's just those people with that voice, by all means, if something offends
If you know one of these people that decides to have a voice now, give him a throat punch.
An offensive throat punch. No, just you know what? Just chill a little bit, okay? Just try to have perspective on things. Realize that the world is changing, and you're getting your way.
I don't like it.
No, yes, you're getting your way slowly as it is. You just gotta pick and choose your battles, and you gotta realize you gotta let some sleeping dogs lie.
Yeah.
Like shit that happened.
Sometimes you gotta let kids play on the lawn.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Let those kids on the lawn. God damn it. So yeah, that's it though. That's all I gotta say. That's it
That's
for
all I
our.
got to say about that.
That's it for that. All right, Forrest. Yeah, that's it. That's probably it for Twig. Unless you got something.
Yeah, I got some more stuff.
Give me something.
Spider-Man game came out. We all know.
I feel great shame.
Tyler Schultz, have you heard of him?
The guy that plays Spider-Man.
No.
The guy that plays J. Jonah Jameson.
He was a guy who approached the gaming studio that made Spider-Man and said, I want to propose to my girlfriend in a really big way. Can you guys help me out? And they're like, we really love this idea. We'd love to be a part of it. So they put a billboard in the game, a marquee, that said, will you marry me?
I saw it.
Yeah.
I've seen it. I mean, I've seen it.
But before the game could come out, turns out the girlfriend was cheating on him with his brother. Yeah.
Is it always the women cheating nowadays? No. Yeah.
Wellington@gmail.com.
And Wellington, empty. Send all your email stuff. Yeah, that's pretty nuts. I do feel a little bit of shame. I was given the game. A friend of mine absentmindedly pre-ordered it and then bought the physical copy of it when it came out, and I received myself a free game. Thank you, Josh. So I've been playing Spider-Man, and sad to say, in my entire life, this is the first time that I've ever completed a game at 100%. Everything, and I've only had it for like less than a week.
Life goals.
I work and have a girlfriend too, and still managed to do this somehow, and kept my house somewhat clean. Somewhat.
It's hard to dirty it when you're not moving from the couch.
Yeah, I go to the bed up sometimes. Go to the girlfriend's. So yeah, that's a thing. Jason Rowe. You need to stop talking about my boy there, all right? Kirk Cousins is going to have a field day against your Green Bay Packers on Sunday. And if you want to put a little something on that, I got no money. That's it. All right, so you know what? You got any other stories?
Let's see. I got some else. Cool story. You don't really see this a lot. Breaking Benjamin and Five Finger Death Punch just finished their tour, and they each donated $90,000 from their tour to charity.
Sweet, that's all right. That was very nice.
I'm looking at you guys, Bruce Springsteen, Paul McCartney. I shouldn't say Paul McCartney. He does lots of charity work.
Leave him alone.
Yeah.
Deanna Hurst had a few more things to say. Sorry if you're done there. Deanna Hurst said Bundy would send them home crying. Yes to the throat punch. Kevin Harper gave you a thumbs up. Ooh, Days of Our Lives. Who said Days of Our Lives? Yeah, she said no. LOL, that's terrible. Oh, she broke up with him. I like the when Marvel had a Facebook game. Me too. I played that Marvel Facebook game quite a bit. All right.
The Jason Voorhees statue that is in Arizona's Lake Pleasant at the bottom of the lake. So it was a gag. Mm-hmm. Somebody had placed it there. It's a very popular area for scuba divers.
Right.
They've removed it from the lake, saying that it was litter. It's bringing people.
So yous are the same people that are offended about the American Pie movie. I'm just saying. And I can't believe I just said yous.
Yous. The two youths.
You dudes. Yous. Hey, yous guys. Hey, yous. Yeah, that's crazy. It's dumb, and I don't want to live on this planet anymore. You didn't even do that with Batman. Whoa. See, we need to be able to keep up with these comments on time because some of these are coming out. and we have no idea what the context is at all.
That's always best after the twig notes.
I gave up Facebook for a while for creative purposes, but I got you covered on the YouTube end. Right on, Hodges. We knew you do, buddy. Look, we got 2 people viewing us on YouTube. I wonder who the second person is.
It's probably my mom.
That's probably mom. All right. Well, I guess it's time for Steve to give us his thoughts on the latest Predator movie. So, if you're ready, sir, I think it's time for Steve's 5-second movie review by Steve. Yeah. Jazz hands. All right, so Steve bit the bullet for us.
As I do every week.
I went to go watch.
Most weeks.
You know what? I reviewed a couple movies this week too, but my Marine movies, so we don't have that with us. Although, if you get a chance, just released last week was the 5-second for Messiah movie. If you like Western movies in the vein of, Outlaw Josie Wales, even No Country for Old Men, more recent, this is very much the same as that. Sent just after post-apartheid South Africa. Really cool. Go check out the trailer on my page or on Ryan's All Things Geek page. Give it a chance, man. This is a really good movie. I don't know if you like subtitles or not, but
yeah, I got no problem with subtitles.
This one, it was the movie. If the movie's good enough, you don't notice the subtitles. Right. So, and that was the case here. So, but that's neither here nor there. This is the 5-second movie review that Steve did for the movie Shane Black movie.
Yes.
Ooh, whoa, hey, there we are. Predator. If you're ready, 5 seconds on the board now.
Die-hard Predator fans better pray this one makes enough money to get a sequel, because otherwise it's going to be a long time.
Yeah. It's not getting good reviews.
It is not.
It is not getting good reviews. We talked about this though when we saw the casting originally. We said this is a heavily stacked comedian-filled cast.
You got Thomas Jane, Michael Keegan-Key.
Yeah, Thomas Jane is not really, but he does do comedy.
He wasn't hung. That was kind of a joke.
Oh, right. Yes, but without Hung, we don't get Stephen Amell for Arrow. Thanks a lot, Thomas Jane. No, I'm kidding. I like Stephen Amell. Yeah, so what did you think? You're not a diehard Predator fan.
No, not diehard. Really like the original.
Me too.
Definitely one of my favorite movies. As a franchise, I mean, the second one had a great cast.
Michael Rooker. Michael Rooker was in it as well.
What's his name? Gary Busey.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Gary Busey. Yeah.
And this one we had Jake Busey, which I didn't even really notice till the end.
Well, that's usually the way it is with Jake Busey. I'm mostly kidding.
I liked it. I mean, they turned it into a summer popcorn flick, is what they did. It was an action comedy with the Predator in it.
Right. Now, did you get the Predator gore?
Yeah. You know what? And that's the thing. If you're a diehard Predator fan, I really think the majority of diehard Predator fans are not going to like this movie. But if you're a diehard Predator fan and you've been dying for a movie where we get lots of Predator, this is it.
That's the one.
I mean, the Predator's in it a lot.
And there's a new Predator hunting the other Predators, right? Because they were because he always gets their ass kicked.
Not to get too spoilery, but basically it's a rogue Predator trying to escape and help save the human race.
Oh.
Predators, and they make a good point in this movie. The Predators, they're hunters. They go from planet to planet looking for a worthy adversary. And there's a scene where the scientists they're like, okay, yeah, we call it the Predator, and the other scientist, played by Olivia Munn, is like,
she'd like something better.
She's like, isn't that a hunter? Because that's kind of sport, and Predators do it because it's survival.
Right. And he's like, Predator sounds cooler.
Yeah, they're like, Predator sounds cooler.
Yeah,
which it does, but.
And I'm gonna say spoiler. I haven't seen the movie yet, but I'm gonna say spoiler right now. Sterling K. Brown dies horrifically in the movie. I haven't seen it. I have no idea, but I'm guessing Sterling K. Brown dies horrifically.
But like I said, it was a lot of laughs. Few scenes I definitely could have done without. But again, it was a summer popcorn flick, and if you have no expectations, if you're not a butthurt fanboy, I think you should give this movie a chance, and I think you'll like it if you can turn your brain off for 2 hours. But hey, check it out for yourself. And
sweet. There you go. There you go. Nice movie review.
They're projecting $25 million for opening weekend. And yeah, I got to think that the budget on this movie is well north of $100 million.
Oh yeah, you'd have to figure.
So,
just with a lot of the cast alone.
I think it'll be a while before we get a sequel. And they
God.
definitely tease a second.
But they do that in every movie
Yeah.
now. They always tease a second movie just in case.
Hope it does good.
Give us
We
a
can't
chance.
use that material now.
Deanna Hurst says the cheating story was Days of Our Lives. Okay. Stephen Ryan, did either of you watch American Horror Story on Wednesday?
I did not. It's on my PVR.
I haven't watched it since Asylum.
Now I don't know how much I'm going to be able to get into this season. I've watched every season except for season 3, I think it was, which was Covenant.
Right.
Just because I'm not big on witches
Blueberries.
and that kind of stuff. So, and I've heard that this one is
Mixed with that.
Murder House, I believe, and Covenant are coming together, kind of. So
Okay.
we'll see where this one goes.
Yeah.
It doesn't have Lady Gaga on it, so that's a plus.
And we can't tell you if Keegan dies or not because that's not fair to the other people
Right.
that may possibly watch it, but they're not. Nobody's going to see it. Ron Corbo says, heard the nun sucked. No, that was a vampire.
Right.
Did the nun suck?
Yeah, it did not suck.
Yeah, we reviewed that.
The nun
reviewed
was
it.
creepy as fuck, but as
The
a movie
was
yeah.
not so much.
Yeah.
Sorry about that,
Yeah,
folks.
I don't want no more of that.
We don't want no more. I
none.
don't want no more. Okay, so we're gonna get to your answers, folks. This is why you guys come here. We asked you all, when it comes to acting, who is your Mount Rushmore of actors? Who are the goats? Who are like, if you could give us 4 favorites. Some of you guys gave us a ton of people. Some of you gave us 1. That's all right. We've come to realize a long time ago, you guys aren't good with direction. So we're going to go over a lot of these right now. And then we're going to talk about them all. Maybe a little bit. All right. So here we go. First off, Dave Graham. Really? Seriously? Just one actor? And your greatest of all time is Norm Macdonald? You obviously haven't seen his new Netflix show.
His portrayal of Turd Ferguson, Emmy-worthy.
Have you seen his new Netflix show?
I have not.
Do not. Do not. I'm saving it.
I love him as a pigeon in Mike Tyson Mysteries, though.
Yes, he is great there. And that is sad, is it not? Steve, did you watch Art of the Devil 2?
I did not.
He did not.
Mostly because
He's a chicken.
I forgot.
He's a chicken. Dwayne G. Fancy, thank you for joining the show. Stephen Hodges and one other person who's still watching on YouTube, thank you. Thank you for being our friend. Allison Violet. Now, here we go. Thank you. 4 people. Oh. She added a 5th. Gary Oldman, Tom Hanks. Can't argue either one of those. Kathy Bates and Susan Sarandon. Oh, wait, that is 4. I like Kathy Bates, and I like Susan Sarandon. Yeah. I can get behind
I
that.
don't know if I put Susan Sarandon in the elite, but
No, but she's just under there.
Yeah,
She's under there. She's definitely legendary diva, I would say. Matthew, go ahead.
no, I just like we were saying earlier, a lot of people when we put these questions out, they pick their favorites rather than who they actually think is the best.
Right.
And that's I think for me, anyways, I think my favorite actors are some of the best. Like Tom Hanks and Charlize Theron, I think are 2 of the best out there.
Yeah.
And they're probably 2 of my favorite
Are
actors.
you looking at my sheet?
No,
Stop looking at my stuff, yo. Yeah, exactly.
I love Bachelor Party.
And that's the way people are going to go. Yeah, and I love Bosom Buddies. Like, who didn't? What? I love them as Alex P. Keaton's alcoholic uncle that beat or slapped the shit out of
That's
him.
right.
That's right. That's right. Represent 80s. Matthew, Mac Ray Reynolds, who, congratulations, buddy, for most recently, they did the Lex Luthor Porky Pig, DC Warner brother comic book mashup. And Matthew did the alternate cover for it, which, in my opinion, and a lot of other people, and I'm not just saying this because he's a friend of mine, like legit, it was way better than the original cover. So well done, buddy. Congratulations. Hope to see more of your work at DC or at Marvel. Honestly, anywhere I can see your work is awesome. I love it. He's got this cool cell shading kind of look. I'll show you sometime. Matthew says Marlon Brando, Meryl Streep, Denzel Washington, and Daniel Day-Lewis. Now, those are pretty much the go-tos, I think. A lot of those are going to be.
Although me personally, and you know what, well,
Yeah, it's
at
all-
gmail.com, I think Marlon Brando and Daniel Day-Lewis are so overrated.
I'm with you on Daniel Day-Lewis. And the only reason why, sorry, as I eat on TV because that's professional. Daniel Day-Lewis, though, I got to tell you, though, I don't like any of his movies.
Yeah.
If he would do a movie that was like, I don't know, an hour and a half, 2 hours long, and that wasn't just an hour and a half, 2.5 hours of him talking, I'd be okay with it. But really, though, it's just so long-winded every.
So you want a Vince Vaughn, Daniel Day-Lewis movie?
You know what?
Just them standing talking to each other for 2 hours.
Please. I would say the only real movie I really liked of Daniel Day-Lewis is, and it wasn't one of my favorites, but I did really enjoy it, was Gangs of New York.
Yeah, Gangs of New York
was a solid movie, but that was it. But I would put Leo on that list way before I put him.
Yeah.
And I can't believe I forgot to put him on my list. Now that I said it. But yeah, so that's how it goes for me with that. But I can't argue that. But like you said, I do think Brando and Day-Lewis are kind of overrated. I really did like Marlon Brando though back in the day. But then I think a lot of the reason why I don't anymore is just a lot of the stories that have come out about him and the stuff he did to actresses and actors on set. And yeah, it was cool when you'd hear those stories about him during the filming of Apocalypse Now, like him being messed up on shrooms or something like that, and just burning his lines and being like, that whole scene is just all improv. So yeah, the whole it's my Elmer Fudd.
I was gonna say it almost sounded like the.
Have you ever seen Elmer Fudd do that?
It sounded like the priest from Princess Bride. Marriage is what brings us together today.
Yes, he should be on the list for sure. Okay, Star Jones says Jessica Lange and Tom Cruise for action stars.
Oh, I thought it was someone saying Star Jones.
Wait, Jessica Lange as an action star? Jessica Lange? Oh. Dan Marshall says Robert De Niro. I'm sure we're going to get a lot of Bobby. I like me some Bob De Niro.
Minus Bad Grandpa. Or whatever the hell that movie was.
Well, there's a lot of minuses for him. And there's going to be a lot of minuses for all these guys, I believe. Scott Doherty just chiming in right now saying Tom Hardy, Johnny Depp, Will Ferrell, Bradley Cooper. Okay.
Bradley Cooper?
Will Ferrell? Actor?
Person?
Good person, yeah.
I love Will Ferrell, but great actor.
Johnny Depp pre Tim Burton. I would say yes.
That's key.
Yes. What else we got there? Bradley Cooper. I don't mind actually. I think Bradley
I don't
Cooper's
mind him, but yeah,
I've seen him do a lot of good acting though. But I don't know. Yeah, top of the list. But hey, and I think some other people said something right in the live stream here. So let's just get on there quick. But no, they did not. Oh,
Ron Jeremy.
Ron Jeremy, that's right, Junior. Thank you, Junior. Thank you for adding that bit of awesomeness for us. You rock, sir. You rock. Okay, old school. Lynn Green. She says old school. James Stewart and Betty Davis.
I think even Ron Jeremy would admit that he sucks himself.
We're probably the only one that can. See what we did there? He's not gonna knock him out. Lynn Green says for old school, James Stewart or Jimmy Stewart and Betty Davis. Yeah, before my time, I only really knew Jimmy Stewart from. I
don't have your money. It's in Bob's house and Jim's house.
Yeah, or he was George Bailey. Yes, yeah. So that, but still one of my favorite Christmas movies of all time. So I still watch that one. New school. She says Tom Hanks and Dame Judi Dench. Yeah, Dame Judi. The only thing with Dame Judi Dench is she's always M. Like everything I see her in, she's always the same character. So no matter who it is or what part it is, she still comes off as James Bond's boss to me. And then, I mean, this was before she even got the role as M, because she just came out when Daniel Craig did. But she's always kind of had that.
And that's why these lists are subjective. Like, I know someone who you hold in the highest regard. To me, he's not. I mean, I like his movies, but to me, Denzel Washington. To me, I feel like he plays himself a lot.
Yeah.
You know, Training Day, kind of style. I think it was his. You know, it was a real step out of him. You know, and played a really solid character. Yeah, I mean, I love his movies.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, Malcolm X.
Yeah,
Do the Right Thing.
Yeah.
Like he's in.
He's definitely has his moments.
Yeah, he's got his range.
Yeah.
But all right, what else we got here? Jay Steve says, "I can't decide. It's all opinion, anyways." Which I kind of said in the thing, in your opinion, which I said to him. So he came back at us with males. So he's doing a whole bunch here. Anthony Hopkins, Jack Nicholson, Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton's got a lot of range too.
I love Michael Keaton.
I mean, he's a lot like Tom Hanks, where he can do serious or he can do comedy, because he did a lot of comedy back in the day too. Like not just Beetlejuice, Gung Ho, like
Disorderlies.
Dream
Team.
Dream Team, where they were all crazy and stuff. Yeah.
The father from Everybody Loves Raymond.
Yeah. Good times. Dustin Hoffman, not the guy from Port Colborne.
No.
Sean Penn, Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
Harrison Ford's cool.
Yeah, that's what
he's cool, but he's
that's what I got a problem with.
Yeah. Johnny Depp, we already talked about Johnny, good before Tim Burton. Clark Gable. Wow, that's old school. You're my age, so I'm surprised you know.
We actually contacted Harrison Ford once to ask him what he thought about people, holding him as one of the greatest actors of all time. And he said, "Fuck off."
Yeah, probably. Gregory Peck, Joe Pesci, and Al Pacino finish out as male actors. Female actors, he says Liz Taylor, Audrey Hepburn, Jodie Foster, Joan Crawford, Diane Keaton, Julia Roberts, Sissy Spacek, Sally Field, Nicole Kidman. Sissy Spacek's a weird one on that.
Yeah.
Have you seen the new Castle Rock show yet?
No.
It's all based on Stephen King, not like it's pretty good, but it's out there. I gotta watch. Like I'm on the season finale. I'm gonna be watching later tonight, I think, but I'm gonna have to watch the whole season again because it's out there. There's some confusing shit on there. Let me see. So on this list, there's a few questionable ones here, but I do like a lot of them. Like I like Anthony Hopkins. Jack Nicholson's one of my all-time favorites, but I don't know if that makes him all-time great actors.
Right.
Because when I look back on his work with trying to be objective, he's another one that kind of plays himself all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. So, but I love his work though. So it's hard to say. Dustin Hoffman's great. Dustin Hoffman, I think, is one of the most underappreciated actors of all time. Sean Penn, same deal. I think. Well, everyone appreciates Sean Penn. But Sean Penn's gotten into that area now where he's always playing Sean Penn. We talked about that. We need
a Spicoli movie.
We do.
Spicoli 30 years later.
And he's like,
hey, bud, what's your problem?
The governor of California. Yeah, and then your female ones, we got no big problems with there. Like a lot of them were before my time, and before yours too, Sheaves. I don't know how you got them, but whatever, man. That doesn't mean you don't go back and watch the old school stuff, right? And he says add Mel Gibson and Tom Hanks to his list as well. I'm really down with Mel Gibson. I mean, not the person,
right. As the phone actor.
Yeah, but I think as an actor though, I think Mel Gibson is fantastic. Like almost every movie I've seen him in, I've absolutely just loved his work. So
he was great in The Beaver.
He actually.
Oh wait, that was a sex tape. Sorry.
He actually was pretty good in The Beaver. The movie was shit, but he was all right in it. But yeah, let's see. Who did we miss here? John Amaral, says Clint Eastwood.
Get off my lawn.
He is the original Get Off My Lawn guy. Great actor though.
Yeah.
Great director. Great director. Frances McDormand and Tom Hardy. Jenny Barrow says Frances McDormand is fucking phenomenal actress. I just watched 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Have you seen it?
It's on this weekend. I've got my PVR set for
it. Oh, wow.
So.
Watch it, and then we'll discuss it. Because I need to talk about this movie with somebody without fucking spoiling the shit out of it. Because I have so much I need to say about that movie. So we'll talk about that soon. We'll probably maybe next week. Oh, I'll be gone. I'll be at Jay Stu and Sarah Stewart's Sarah Dallier's wedding, hosting next Saturday night. And then Sunday, I will be doing play-by-play with Crossfire Wrestling. So don't miss it. Come on out. Meriton Center, St. Catharines. Candy Burns says, so many. This is like asking who's the best guitar, bass, drums, and you don't specify genre. LOL. That's how we play here. We don't like to use the net. We play without a net.
We don't assume genres.
No, we don't assume genres at all.
It's not who we are.
You're such a dick. Such a dick.
One time. There's one time.
Jeff Batista says, can't see California without Marlon Brando eyes or Steve McQueen. Steve McQueen, I didn't see too many Steve McQueen movies.
No,
and the ones that I did see, I didn't find his acting as great as everyone else did. The guy that I like from that era that got a lot of hype, and I saw a few of his movies and I liked was, I really liked James Dean. I thought James Dean had a lot of fucking presence. Like Rebel Without a Cause, obviously he was just amazing. And then there was another movie which I can't remember what it was, but he played it like a senior citizen. Like they put makeup and shit on him, and he was just awesome. So he'd be where I go that way.
Plus, I mean, he played a straight heartthrob too in real life, so that was probably some of his best acting.
Was he gay, James?
Yeah, it's a rumor.
I've never heard that rumor.
To spread.
Yeah. Send all your hate mail to the link that at gmail.com. Who else we got here? Deanna Hirsch says Christopher Walken. Worst Christopher Walken impersonation ever.
Yeah, he's gonna break.
Oh, I stand corrected. That was the worst Christopher Walken impersonation ever. She says Robert Downey Jr. Robert Downey Jr. I totally agree with. And I mean before the Iron Man stuff.
Anybody who can play a guy, playing another guy, playing a guy, like but that's
Chaplin. We go back to Heart and Souls. I mean, Air America, Weird Science. I mean, this guy is always
Natural Born Killers.
Natural Born Killers. Holy shit! I fucking forgot about that. There's just so much with Robert Downey Jr. that you see him in, and you're like, wow, he just always stands out. No matter if he's got a big part or a little part. Scanner Darkly,
yeah.
You know, another great one. So, yeah, wow. He's got to move to my honorable mention list, that's for sure. Vincent Price, she also says, man, Vincent was a great host. But that's about it. He hosted video. Like, he was like the precursor to he was like the Crypt Keeper.
Yeah.
So,
the only movie I honestly really remember seeing, I mean, House of Wax.
And everything else from I remember was
the original Fly.
Yeah, let's see. I remember, and I remember the Hilarious House of Frankenstein the most, and being on Scooby Doo. You know, so what else we got here? Shirley MacLaine. You know, when you've lived as many lives as Shirley has, you're bound to be a good actor. It's crazy. Gene Hackman. I like Gene Hackman. I would put him on the list, though.
Definitely my favorite Lex Luthor.
Mine's still Michael Rosenbaum from Smallville. Joan Crawford. Meh, okay. Oh, and the guys from Broken Lizard, she also says, no, Deanna, no. Ryan, you liked Air America? I loved Air America. It was a great movie. Woody Harrelson is underrated. He was Woody on Cheers. Yeah, we're huge Woody Harrelson fans. And we're just talking about...
If you don't like the wood,
then shave. Don't shave. And he's also in 3 Billboards Outside of Missouri.
That's right.
So,
yes, I did know that.
It's you gotta watch.
Looking forward to
watch the movie.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that I liked it or did not like it. Kirk Cameron, Craig Elsich says, of course you said that. And all those Lost Boys. Well, you did have Bill S. Preston from there,
right?
So. Went on to become a wild stallion. Craig also said John Michael Vincent only for his role in Airwolf. You may be the first person banned from the comment section, Greg. Not gonna lie. Daryl Alexander Moore, our buddy from New York, says Meryl Streep, Denzel Washington, Gene Hackman, and Robert De Niro.
See, and that's another one of the big ones. It's always mentioned. It's Streep, and I'm not a fan.
No, I listen. I can appreciate the acting she does and the wide variety of roles she does, but it's very rare. There's a rare amount of her movies I actually like. I was always kind of more akin to Glenn Close for the time that they came out. But I always mixed them up too when I was younger because they were around the same time.
Yeah, we need Death Becomes Her too.
I was just gonna mention that. Yeah. I don't think Goldie can handle it though. Nathan Dobrint says Lon Chaney, the man with 1,000 faces. I don't know about his acting though. He was good in makeup. Werewolf. Was he Frankenstein as well?
Yeah, he played most of the major movie monsters.
Between him and Bela Lugosi, basically. Laurie Damon Bowes, Professor Elbows, a lot of you know. Says Sean Penn. Sometimes I don't even realize it's him until the end credits. Runner-up William Dafoe. Dafoe's a good actor, but Dafoe's always Dafoe. Sigourney Weaver. You know what? Sigourney Weaver's another one who's really, really good, but because the only reason why I don't put her up there, I think, is just because of Aliens. Because it's hard to think of her in anything else besides that role. You know, like a Jamie Lee Curtis, you know, you can bounce her off of so many different roles. But Sigourney Weaver, you just always just attach her right to just that franchise, and it's kind of a detriment to her in like polls like this, unfortunately. I'm talking as if I'm a president. No, I didn't mean that president. I can enunciate. Send all your hate mail to...
It's fake news.
Yes, like the weathermen. Dory says Meryl Streep, Tom Hanks, Robert De Niro, Michael Keaton, Jack Nicholson, and Diane Keaton. I like Diane Keaton.
Yeah, one of the Keatons, right?
Yeah, Michael. Yeah, I got no big problems with this. These are all big names, normal, top of the list people that you're going to go with. Here we go. Eric Latman, Meryl Streep, and Daniel Day-Lewis. Gilles Payet says Tom Hanks for sure. Tina Wilkinson says Jack Nicholson. Here's one that I love, and that I had a hard time not including on my Mount Rushmore because I wanted to go 2 guys and 2 girls, to be fair.
Right.
And that's not saying that I would have had more guys or more girls. But Rob McCloud said Robin Williams. Robin Williams was such a great, and I mean great actor, top to bottom.
Yeah.
Insomnia, Good Will Hunting, Dead Poet Society. Dead Poet Society, Mork and Mindy. Final Cut. Flubber. They weren't all hits, but still, he was always a good actor.
Dad of the Year.
Stop it. Just stop it. RV. Okay. Next up, Nick Willis says Tom Hardy, Anthony Hopkins, Gary Oldman, Patrick Stewart. Patrick Stewart is always Captain Picard, even when he's Professor X. So as much as I love Patrick Stewart, the person and the roles he plays, because he plays them great, I wouldn't put him on the list. Gary Oldman, fan-fucking-tastic. I would never shame anyone for having them on his list at all. Anthony Hopkins, we talked about. I think his day's passed, though. Tom Hardy, I just can't get behind. Is this always so like this? There's more full of marbles. See, I switched it to marbles just in case there's kids watching.
Oh, that'd be great.
But yeah, so I don't know about Tom Hardy. I just don't. He doesn't have great range, in my opinion. He's great at playing tough guys, and that's it. That's why I said he can't be Bond. He's too street, and that's same thing with Idris Elba. That's not saying he's too black. Yeah, Tom Hardy's.
He could play like Jail Bond.
Yeah,
Bill Bond.
Bill Bond. This guy. Hate mail. Wellandwingnut@gmail.com. Send it now.
Do it.
John Candy, Catherine Bach.
You can't because we're getting another postal strike. So.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, that's right. People don't send letters.
No, they don't. Okay, so Ron Corbett says John Candy and Catherine Bach. Dukes of Hazzard, Daisy. Heath Ledger, of course. Heath Ledger was good. He was good. Castle Rock final episode has some crazy twists to it, and if you didn't PVR it for extended time, Ryan, you won't see the full ending. No, it's cool because I have Kojiko, so I can go on to space.com, their actual website, and watch it all on there. So I'll get the full thing. I'm not too worried about it. And it's almost better than I just do that instead of like actually using the cable box. It's easier. Everywhere I'm at, I can just watch it on my phone or on my laptop. So yeah, I can't wait to see it. John Candy, Catherine Bach, and Heath Ledger, of course. Yes, we caught that, Bretta. And nobody says anything on YouTube. So there we go. Right on. Wanted to make sure I got back to everybody here. We're almost in the home stretch here. We only got 40 more to go. Kurt Jr. Says, for men, Denzel, Tom Hanks, Gary Oldman, Sean Connery. Haven't done that in a while. Women, Meryl Streep, Viola Davis, Gina Davis, and Angelina Jolie. Gina Davis.
That no was for Angelina.
No. I know Gina Davis. So that's an interesting one.
I like her.
Yeah, and she's
like
done
her.
a lot of good stuff. Thelma and Louise, A League of Their Own. That movie with her and Samuel L. Jackson, where she was like the hitman, couldn't remember, and starts coming back to her later. Oh,
vaguely remember it.
So such a good movie. It's such a good movie. I can't remember the name of it.
Well, check it out.
Yeah, check it out. Make sure you check it out. Cheap plug. I guess I'm not opposed to her being on there. Viola Davis, I really like a lot, but Viola Davis is always Viola Davis. She's always How to Get Away with Murder. Same when she played The Wall. Same when she was in the movie with Denzel, Fences. I like her a lot, but I just need to see a little more diversity from her before I put her up on that list. As for the rest, I can't complain with anything, except for maybe Sean Connery. Sean Connery ever anything besides Sean Connery? Besides Bond? Even when he was in that great movie League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, he was still old James Bond. When we watched Indiana Jones 3 and he played Indy's dad, he was older James Bond. So yeah, but I'm all right with that. I like Sean Connery, mostly because I like doing that really, really great impersonation of mine. Welcome. Eddie Slavinsky says Morgan Freeman. Love Morgan Freeman, but
yeah, he just doesn't have that many standout roles. Like I mean, like
because Red in Shawshank is, and that was the first time first and probably only time where I really, really didn't mind the culture appropriation, and it's because I hadn't read the book in so long ago too, and I actually forgot that Red was a little Irish dude, a little redheaded Irish dude,
and a 6-foot midget.
Yes.
No.
Actually,
little person.
Yes. Well, what's his name? Supposed to be a little dude too in the movie, Andy Dufresne. So, but Tim Robbins is not little at all.
No.
But I like Morgan Freeman. All right, Jason Rowe.
I saw the leaked photos.
What?
What
leaked
Nothing.
photos? I don't want to know. It wasn't me. I didn't mean to take those pictures. All right, then. So that's it for everybody on my normal page. I hope we got to everybody. Long kiss, good night. Thank you very much, Deanna.
That was what her husband directed.
Was it?
I think so.
I have no idea. Who's her husband?
I don't know.
You suck so bad. So bad. All right, here we go. So I'm going to get to the answers from you folks that you put onto Ryan's All Things Geek page. Got a few of them there, so we're going to go through those quickly, and then that'll be it. Deanna Hirsch said Alexander Skarsgård, you're out. Mark Saunders says Emmanuel Lewis and Mindy Cohen. No. So that would be Webster and what was the heavier girl on Facts of Life?
Oh,
Natalie.
Natalie, yes.
So there you go.
Sorry,
that was the only way I could.
Everybody knows Blair was a favorite.
I was a Joe fan.
Were you?
I was a huge Joe fan. Yeah. Which is weird because now when I look back on it, she's not as good looking as I thought she was when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I thought she was.
I find that a lot with a lot of 80s girls.
Yeah.
Because there was
some pictures of Samantha Fox, and I'm like, yeah.
No, yeah, no, but there was a very distinct look.
Yes.
That is just hasn't held up.
No. That. Ladies, you know what we're talking about.
Yeah. That is not a face sucker from Aliens.
No, that is your bangs. Wait, more like. But what was this thing on the bottom you girls had going? Like you had it on top and on the bottom. It's kind of like a
You're the
rooster.
reason the ozone is
It is. I should start eating beef again because you guys aren't doing your hair like that anymore. But it's kind of like it always kind of remind me of like a rooster missing the head, right?
Right.
It's like, I love you, ladies.
Start pinning the bottoms of your jeans again. That'll come back.
No. The acid wash. Let's do it. Okay, and now for his serious ads. There's Mark Saunders, who gave us Emmanuel Lewis.
Right.
And Mindy Cohen. It says, actor, it's a tie. Tom Hanks, even though he got a little weird, like they all do, he could still play many different roles. Can't disagree. Jim Carrey, he's the best comedy actor. Physical comedy, maybe. And not even, I would still give Chevy Chase the best all-time physical comedy.
And Shark.
Will Smith, he's matured a lot since Fresh Prince.
Good
and
actor.
Very good actor, and he's got some good range, but he seems to have gone away from the range and just being Will Smith lately. And that will not do. I didn't even what was that? Sean Rose says, sorry. I left early there. Actresses, another time. Margot Robbie, because she's hotter than a $2 pistol. Just watched I, Tonya, and she was amazing. She was good, yeah. And Suicide Squad is still my favorite all-time. Well, that's it. You've lost all. No, I'm just kidding. But really, though, come on. Kind of sort of the reason why I chose Will Smith. Michelle Pfeiffer, also hotter than a $2 pistol, but can also play different types of roles. And as Catwoman, I'll just say, meow, with hard eyes. Okay, can we first start with the analogy, or the hotter than a $2 pistol?
Yeah, that's not a thing.
Is that a thing?
That's not a thing.
What is a $2 pistol? Something that's hot, stolen, or is it just? I don't know. I don't get it. Michelle Pfeiffer, yeah, she's had some good roles, but she's also been in stuff like Grease too, and that last movie she did with De Niro, where people were trying to invade their house or whatever it was bad. But yeah, it's all personal choice. Sean Rose says Steve McQueen, Sean Connery, Peter Cushing, Vincent Price. Also, Alicia Vikander, who is the new Tomb Raider, Lara Croft.
I think Peter Cushing did his best work in Rogue One.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely. Audrey Hepburn, Natalie Portman, who I got a lot of respect for, and Naomi Rapace. I can never.
God bless you.
Thank you. Yeah, Natalie Portman, I can definitely get behind. Alicia Vikander is.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I can. No, I can. She'd kick my ass. Vikander's too new, I think. Audrey Hepburn before my time, but yeah, not bad at all. John Yinawine. Gary Oldman, Daniel Day-Lewis, Morgan Freeman, Helena Bonham Carter, and Octavia Spencer. Octavia Spencer is a really, really strong actress, but Octavia Spencer always plays the same type of role. I don't know that it's always Octavia Spencer, but I always kind of see her in almost the same type of role. But she's really, really good. I do like her quite a bit. As for the rest of those, we talked about Gary Oldman, we talked about Daniel Day-Lewis, we talked about Morgan Freeman. Helena Bonham Carter. To me, she had one good role, and that was Fight Club.
But we don't talk about that.
Oh, shit, I forgot. Dave Mancuso says, Harrison Ford. Again with Harrison Ford here.
Fuck off.
Get off my plane. Alan Rickman. Can't fault that at all. And Steve Guttenberg. You got to be shitting me.
Short Circuit 3.
Oh, they're talking about doing a Police Academy reboot, and Guttenberg's involved.
Got it, though. He can be
the new teacher.
He can be the new lieutenant.
Right. No, he'd be Commandant.
Oh, Commandant.
Yeah, because he'd have to be the good guy.
Right.
But a different take on the Commandant Lassard. A little more moving and probably still a freak. We don't want to see Gutenberg schlong in this movie either. We do not. We do not. Sebastian Wolf says Lisa Ann and Tori Black.
Who?
So I thought the same thing when I first saw this because he replied right away. So I'm like, I don't know who that is. We better check that out to see who they are. Porn stars. Well played. Well played, Sebastian. David Stokes says Jeff Goldblum. He makes acting look effortless. Well, because he's not putting any effort into any of those roles. You ever notice Jeff Goldblum is always Jeff Goldblum? Always. And that's awesome most of the time. And Mark Steven Silvacal says Patrick Stewart, we talked about already, and Tatiana Maslany, who I'm down with only because of her one role. And I shouldn't even say one role, because of her one TV show, Orphan Black, where she played like something like 50 different roles and played them well. And they weren't easy because she had to change her mannerisms, how she walked, not just how she talked, her accents and shit like that. Like she developed whole new mannerisms for each person, and to be able to switch back and forth. And of course, we're watching on TV, so you don't know how long it takes between those. But man, like she's good. She is legit good. So that's what I got there, and I don't think I got too many others from other stuff on here. Nobody else saying that. Oh, whoa, hey, Bree Ari. I didn't even see it. There's so many people that are commenting on the Geek page that we're not seeing show up on here, and they're just showing up now. Look at that. Okay, so let me get through some of these. I do apologize. This is all the people we've seen. Bree Airy says the reducing of talent to hotness is meh. And thank you for your new subscriber on YouTube. Joe was the best on Facts of Life. Of course she was, Deanna. Steve, it was Rennie Harlan. I don't know what she was talking about, but it was Rennie. She's probably right. Right. Kevin Harper, yeah, she said no.
Oh, maybe Gina Davis's husband?
Oh, yes, that is it. Actually, yes. I do remember that.
My memory works some.
No. Hush on the mall hair. No, you probably did. You have the mall hair, Deanna? Is that why you're telling us to hush?
Did you say mall hair or mohair? The
mall hair. So awesome. This Keegan Die can't tell you. Tulsa or Tilda Swinton, A++. No. Angela Bassett. No. I mean, no. And yeah, that's it. So thank you, everybody.
Thanks for your favorites.
Yes, thank you for giving us your favorites, not who we exactly deem as the best. Here, I want to ask you a question.
Sure.
That I posted on Facebook. You tell me where you fit in this, because we're almost done here. But so I posted this, and you get to choose. Out of all these, which would you choose? Time travel with Doc Brown, fight crime with Batman, train with Mr. Miyagi, learn the ways of the Force from Yoda, go exploring with Indiana Jones, or take a flight with Falcor?
I think I would have to pick time traveling with Doc Brown, because then I could do all those things.
How could you do all those things?
No,
it's a different world.
It would be a toss up between that, I think, and training with Yoda.
Yeah. I went with Yoda as well. Time travel for Black people doesn't work. Like literally, we can go back 5 years and we're safe, maybe. But you know,
we're the time traveling player.
We hit the around 90s and beyond that. Like 90s, we were okay until the whole Rodney King thing, and then shit got weird again. But anytime in the past, we're kind of fucked. So unless it's going to the future. But I saw the Jetsons, and there doesn't seem to be any Black people on that show. So future's not looking good for us. Fight with Batman? No, man. No. He's a dick. You see the way he treats those kids? And 2 out of the 3 Robins have died. I don't care if they came back to life. They still died. Train with Mr. Miyagi. That's the way you train to be Batman. You train with a nice guy like that. Go exploring with Indiana Jones. he's the only one that ever survives usually out of him and his
Plus, he's
buddies.
usually the cause of his own problems.
Right. Like, shit, man. Like, he didn't even have an effect. Like they said on Big Bang, he had no effect at all on Raiders of the Lost Ark. With or without him, the Nazis still got it.
Yeah.
So,
and their faces melted.
yeah. And Falker died. So, and that's a big ass fucking dog dragon. Can you imagine the fucking space fleas on that?
Mm.
Just saying, it's not worth it. So for me,
I am not picking that up either.
No. So for me, yeah, it would be definitely Learn the Ways of the Force with Master Yoda. Master Yoda. No comment. You should have no comment. That's correct. Okay, so I just wanted to get that out of the way. So who is on your Mount Rushmore?
Yeah, I think, I said it earlier, but just to pick my absolute top female and male actor, I think for me, it's probably a tie between, I'll give you,
Just give it.
So hard to choose. I mean, I really love Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson, but I think best and favorite, I have to go Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Charlize Theron on the female side, definitely my top female actress for sure.
Mm. And that's it, just two people?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go with
four.
I'm just gonna go with the top. No, put their faces on all four of them, man.
Yeah, they get them all. Well, I made a list. Let me get my glasses on. No. So
just don't ever travel with Tom Hanks.
Wow.
Traveling with Tom Hanks never works out.
No, it doesn't. Unless it's in a plane, then he can at least land you when he almost crashes it. So like you, my top two are Charlize Theron and Tom Hanks. I have never in my life seen better actors on the face of the planet, bar none. And it's obviously it's all opinion based, right? But for me, those two are the shit. Like those guys, that guy and that woman, those two are just the cream of the crop. And that's, if I was still in acting, that's what I would aspire to be, is actors like that. Rounding out my top four though would be Denzel. I throw Denzel on there because I do see variety in all of his roles. When it comes from whether it was the Hurricane, where he should have won the Oscar for, whether it was oh my God, the great movie with him and John Goodman and Elias Kodiak. Time, right. It's on your side.
That's great.
Great movie. You mentioned it earlier. Training Day. Like, oh my God, there's just so much glory.
King Kong.
You ain't got shit on me. Glory. There's just so much that I've seen.
John Q.
The new movie Fences. Yeah, man. To me, that guy is what everyone says about Daniel Day-Lewis without the method acting part.
Right.
So, and that's just for me. So
he just saves himself 6 months.
Exactly.
Right.
And then my last one, I don't know if I said it, but Natalie Portman. I think Natalie Portman, because I had a hard time thinking of another woman that I like, who I wanted to put there, because Meryl Streep's the obvious, but we discussed why neither one of us would put her there. And I thought Glenn Close, but she was kind of the same way as well. And there's a lot of women that could be on this list. But when I think about great diversity and, believability, you look at Black Swan, you look at The Professional, you look at even the Star Wars prequels, everything she does, she's completely different than the last role she did. And I think she does that on purpose. Jesus. Everyone needs a paycheck once in a while, all right? Everyone needs a paycheck. You should just know in the future, never say yes to Danny McBride movies.
Never say yes to Danny McBride.
Right. I should have just stopped it right there. Should have stopped it right there. But yeah.
And I love Danny McBride.
So I got some honorable mentions. Like I said, I wrestled really hard with this one. And I took Jack Nicholson off the list and put Denzel there. But Robin Williams was a real hard one to keep off that list just because he really does have the range. Jodie Foster, of course. Jodie Foster probably was the first female actress that I looked at and said, wow, like that's one of the greatest actors I've ever seen. Just some of her later roles has kept her from that, and The Beaver. Not her Beaver, the movie The Beaver. I just wanted to make sure that, I wasn't being, Gary Oldman, another tough one to keep off that list, I can't even think of the first time I saw him, whether it was Sid and Nancy or was it The Professional. it may have actually been, oh my God, my favorite Tarantino movie, True Romance. He's so versatile. He can do it all. He can really do it all. Helen Mirren, and of course Meryl Streep. And Meryl Streep was just honorable mention. She deserves it, but
just because she's honorable mention every time.
Exactly. The Bone Collector. Hey, there you go.
Yeah,
nice one.
Good one, yeah.
Oh, Make That Fallen with Denzel. Yes, it was
Fallen. Yes.
Fallen. Thank you. Oh, I like this. James Robert, Ed Norton, and Daniel Day-Lewis. Ed Norton Jr. is a very very good actor. He's just a bit of a douchebag in real life, is what I hear. But you know what? A lot of artists are like that. You know, a lot of the great ones. Look at this guy. But yeah, so that was it. What did you guys think about the list? Did people miss anything? Was there a name that you guys didn't hear? Did we screw up? No, of course we didn't screw up. How the fuck we
need that guy from PTI.
He's got his own show now.
Tell us all the mistakes.
Yeah, the air guy. Yeah, but he's got his own show now. He does Around the Horn. So yeah. Around the Horn. Anyway, so yes, I love my ESPN. Anyways, folks, I hope you like the show. YouTubers, I hope you enjoyed it as well. And yeah, this has been another edition of RATG TV live from the rat hole that I call home. Anyways, for the Well and Wingnut, I'm your host, Ryan. This has been another edition of RATG TV. And with that, we is out. Peace. Bye, everybody. As I have to hit close on each and every one of you. No comment. Oh, I was kidnapped. Whoa, Randy Quaid. Wait, is this really Randy Quaid? There's no way this is really Randy Quaid on YouTube talking to us. Randy Quaid saying, I was kidnapped by aliens years ago. Owen Wilson, just kidding.
That probably, if he was kidnapped by aliens, I believe that's really Randy Quaid.
How do we go and look at this guy and see if it's actually him? I'm ending the stream, and then I'm going to go check this.